secret formula, which took Best Cure at the Cultivators Cup, and we won second place with our Pina Grande, and then we also have a solventless hash line, and we won with our garlic juice solventless. So again, for only being on the market for 1 year, it was an incredible honor. Our dispensary celebrated its first year anniversary October 22nd, and all of these cups came within a couple weeks of our first year anniversary. So we were, certainly optimistic that, we would come with quality first cannabis with, some of our, design implementations and really trying to bring quality first. But for the consumers to really to see that extra effort as well it's amazing.
You sort of described earlier what the process was like for the Cultivation Cup here in Massachusetts, and it was a competition between all of the dispensary growers, anybody who has a license to grow, whereas a lot of the other cups around here, like the Harvest Cup, they're about individual growers who grow at home, who grow in the illicit market, and they can just put their bud in and see who grows sort of the best underground bud here. But to be named as top of the folks who grow it professionally, that's quite a crown on your head. Where do you go from here after having your first year as such a winning year?
Well, I think as my mother always said, don't get too big for your britches. So, we are incredibly humbled and honored, but we certainly, it's not the end. Our slogan, Devoted to Better, is not just a slogan, and that doesn't mean that we feel like we're better than others. It just means that we really truly love this cannabis plant and want to put our best foot forward every day, and we're devoted to doing that. And so although we've had incredible success the first year, we really feel like it's now even more imperative that we continue to work even harder to continue that success.
So since you have so much freedom with choosing what you grow and how you grow it, how do you choose what you want to put out into the world? Like, do you go based on what folks are interested in and what's popular at the moment, or do you do what you like to produce?
Well, that's a fantastic question, and that's probably one of the biggest challenges. Is sometimes what you like to smoke isn't what everybody else likes to smoke, as well as from a cultivation standpoint, some of the easier cultivars to grow sometimes are not some of the best-selling ones. So some of the more finicky strains are oftentimes some of the strains that are on more of that elite level. So it's a balance. It goes back to that equilibrium and trying to kind of provide what I believe would be something that each consumer would want, whether or not that's more haze forward or OG forward or something like Pina that's more pinene forward, and just try to kind of have things that check multiple boxes in hopes that we'll be able to check a box for you.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see where the Massachusetts cannabis industry goes with folks like you at the helm who really care about progressing it, moving it forward, and continuing to evolve cannabis as a plant. So I'm excited to see what you do in the future.
Well, thank you so much. No, again, it's awesome to have like-minded individuals like yourself who are so passionate and and are focused more on the educational aspect of this, because I think that's what it's all about, is educating the consumers, and especially with federal legalization, down the road, I think that there's room for us all. But I think that it will take the education of understanding the extra mile that some of the grows go versus some of the more of the Budweiser, so to speak, And, that's, some people like Budweisers, nothing wrong with that, but.
Yeah, but I want a good craft IPA.
So do I.
Exactly.
Thankfully, this year, Cannabis Cups are back in business. If you're interested in experiencing some of these awesome cannabis-centric events for yourself, you could check out the High Times Cup in Southern California or Detroit, Michigan. There's the Emerald Cup in Los Angeles, the Harvest Cup in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Flower City Cup in New York. Kush Stock is going to be in Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Oklahoma this year. And there's a part carnival, part cannabis festival happening in Different Leaf's hometown of Northampton, Massachusetts, right before 420, called the Roll-Up Festival. If you're not in the US, you can stop by Spanibus in Barcelona in March, the Cannabis World Cup Festival in Amsterdam in July, or there's the Karma Cup in Toronto in September. Different Leaf the podcast is going to be taking a little break, but we will be back in mid-April with an amazing lineup of weekly episodes. Yes, we are finally going weekly. Make sure you're subscribed to us wherever you're listening so you don't miss out. And keep up with us on social media at Different Leaf and at Different_Leaf. And I'm on social media at Brit the British. Thanks again to this week's guests from Solar Therapeutics and Bountiful Farms. Make sure you're stocked up on all the issues of Different Leaf the magazine now at differentleaf.com and at select Whole Foods, Sprouts, and Barnes & Noble bookstores. That's differentleaf.com. And we'll see you for 420.